and this is the mind hack, whatever way you want to look at it. What you're currently comfortable with makes them feel uncomfortable. What you're going to start being uncomfortable with actually makes them feel comfortable. Silence is one of them. There we go. Say no more, right? How uncomfortable do you feel in silence? I feel great inside, it's wonderful. The problem for most people is that feels very uncomfortable. Again, if you were watching and analysing your conversations with patients, many times when you ask them good questions, they don't know what to say. They're just figuring it out. And what we'll do to make ourselves feel better is fill that gap with shit, with complete trash, with complete and utter crap. You hang around any conversation, I'm going to give you all a little game tonight, or any friend, anything, next person you see, just start playing this game, right? Just stop talking, right? Say what you've got to say and just stop talking. And when they start talking, just don't respond, just go. And watch what they do. They'll just keep coming back. They'll just fill the space with shit. It is why people talk so much crap. People literally talk so much shit because they're not comfortable with silence. Silence is the gateway to the best answers you're probably ever going to get. And yet with patients, when we ask them questions, because we feel uncomfortable, and here's another example of it, because we feel uncomfortable with the certain types of questions. Hey, Anthony, just before we go any further, what value would this bring to your life when I perform the miracle I'm about to? The second that they haven't responded, within a second, I start to, oh shit, did they not like that question? Did they not get that, what I was asking? And the reality is they're just thinking. Questions are ultimately your gateway, and here's why. Most people don't know how to ask questions, right? And again, don't take any of this the wrong way. Most people don't know how to ask questions. They've never had to. School was about learning, ramming things down your throat. At any point when you got asked, do you want to ask a question? You're like, oh shit, I hope she doesn't come to me. Like, do not come to me and ask me a question. End of the class. I know it's like in America, but I know it's exactly the same. I know it's like in my class. Anybody got any questions? Right as the bell's going, nope, out the door. Fast as possible. None of us were ever trained, genuinely never trained to ask questions. We never were, right? What are all problems? Questions unanswered. Every single problem you've got in your life is a question unanswered. Therefore, the gateway to less problems in life, or or quicker resolution of problems, is to get better at asking questions, but we're generally not very good at it. So we speak a lot more. We're a lot more comfortable, as I said in the book, we're a lot more comfortable with our own voice. But guess what? So they're a lot more comfortable. If you're trying to speak to me, so if I walked in here, we're both on edge. It's tempting for me to want to talk all the time, but that just puts me at ease. With a patient, or in these types of environments, if you'll ever notice my seminars, I'll often start, hey, I always got questions. I get the audience very quickly to start interacting so that they become comfortable with me. I'm comfortable with myself. I'm not really bothered. It's the other way around, that I need to get somebody comfortable with me, and it's the same with patients. So when we start to ask them types of questions, you've got to get comfortable with the silence that follows. You've got to get comfortable with asking them one or two questions that nobody else has, in order for them to feel a certain way about you. And that's again where much of I think our problems come from, is that we're talking to patients, but we're not necessarily giving them a chance to really tell us what they want, really tell us the deep-rooted problems, objection, challenges that they've got, because we quite simply don't give them the chance to do it. The second that you see a problem with the patient, or even a flinch in their eye, or anything that might not be quite right, just stay silent and let them speak, let them come back, let them give you the answers. And invariably it opens up a great discussion about what the problems actually are that they've got, so that it don't end up on here.
Thanks for watching this video. If you found it helpful and you find yourself thinking, I wonder what else Paul can help me with, head on over to paulgough.com/training where you can register for this weekend's free live webinar with Paul Gough, where he'll show you how to give yourself a $10,000 a month pay rise and create a marketing plan for your clinic to hit the ground running in 2020. That's paulgough.com/training.